Hey, hello there, it's RJB from RJB TV, and welcome back. It's time for some Leebokgu against Thanks. Both players have played in the SCW in the foreign fastest map 1v1 and 2v2 league on StarCraftWorld.net. And here they are. I think this is one of the first times I'm showing them on the Korean map. Gonna be a little bit different than what we are used to on the Western map. But Leebokgu here on the brown, Terran, and Thanks here on the orange Protoss. And of course starts off with a mid-gate Protoss build order. He's going to rush. He's going to go for the Western style Protoss. Will this be successful against Leebokgu? Because Leebokgu has great micro, and most of the times that stuff doesn't really seem to work on the Korean map against the 8 barracks build orders that they do. And the way they defend with only triple barracks, without gas, without stim, without medic, most of the times, this kind of just works out perfectly fine for the Terran, and not so well for the Protoss. But I hope that I'm not jinxing it. I hope I'm not ruining Thanks' vibe, his mojo here, by predicting that this is not going to work. There's a very big chance he's going to be very successful, and he's actually going to blast Leebokgu out of the match. And this Protoss against Terran. Let's see what's going to happen. We've got well, it's a middle spawn against middle spawn, middle right against middle left. Find each other very, very early, trying to kill the SCV. SCV, they're staying alive, Thanks, trying some very cute pro micro, but doesn't get the kill. I mean, it's very difficult. If there's a competent Terran, he's not going to lose the SCV whatsoever at all. Okay, with number 3 there on the middle, still only on a single pylon. Pylon number 2 there back at home. Going back in to get some little bit more information going. There's no forge being built yet. There's 2 zealots on the way. Probe is running in circles. There's a bunker being built there in the choke. Well, not exactly in the choke, a little bit further away. 2 barracks have finished up. 3rd barrack is on the way. 2 more marines are spawning before the zealots. If he gets the bunker finished up and loaded up with marines before the zealots do arrive, he has himself a pretty nice little foothold to micro around. Zealot there does walk in though over the bottom side, and the other one is going to probably follow and try to flank. But Leebokgu knows it's going to happen, so he pulls his marines back towards his barracks, puts 1 marine inside the bunker, so that whenever something enters through the front, it's going to take a little bit of damage from that 1 marine. And now we've got 5 marines against 2 zealots, 6 marines. Micro there on display is really good. That marine just walked right through a barracks. That's not supposed to happen. Not supposed to happen. I mean, a bunker, depot. It's not supposed to happen. It's not. But so far, Leebokgu is defending this one without issue whatsoever. The 8 barracks build order is absolutely perfect against a rushing mid-gate Protoss. I don't see this working out for Thanks at all. He's going for the SCVs there, though. Trying to get at least something. Marine full of bunker. Marine full of bunker. Bunker full of marines is defending this one quite easily. Still no gas there in the back though for Leebokgu. Still no academy. Just relying on the micro with the marines. Although you could also argue he's just very, very occupied doing things in the front and things in the back of his base at the same time, that he's not really spending his money as well as he should be. But that's normal. I've got the same problem. When I'm fighting, defending like this, it's very difficult to spend. It's very difficult to micro. It's very difficult to build. Very aggressive push forward there. Still microing around his barracks, his bunkers, I mean. Zealots are going in for the attack, though. He realizes that the marines don't have stim or medics, so he tries to push a little bit forward, but can't quite get it done. But he does buy enough time to get the cannon in the back finished up. Cannon number 2 there on the way. There's no academy still for Leebokgu. Goes for the command center first. Kind of a very tight situation here. We've got the Cybercore on the way there for Thanks. He might switch over into Dark Templars. Maybe Leebokgu knows it's coming. Maybe Leebokgu is gonna be caught off guard with his pants down. Who knows? Who knows? Still no academy. It's kind of a little bit worrisome. We do have a factory on the way there for Leebokgu. Thanks. They're still building up zealots in the front. He's on a 5-worker lead over Leebokgu. Leebokgu seems to have fallen behind a little bit, might have gotten supply stuck at one point. He also lost 2 or 3 SCVs in total. Bunker in the front there, taking some heavy damage. We got a Citadel of Aduna on the way here back at home for Thanks and 3 more gateways. Might go for a fourth one, or which would be number 7. Got a Nexus on the way as well. He's macroing and ramping up, getting stronger pretty damn fast. Whereas Leebokgu seems to play this a little bit focused on economy and a little bit less on army and fighting power. He feels he's got enough to defend and stay alive. But Thangs is the kind of player who will really try to just go hard, get bigger fast, and keep up the pressure. He'll keep on attacking. That's the kind of player he is. Thanks cannot yet afford a Templar's Archive for Dark Templar, so he might not even go for one. He's going for Zealot speed, no level 1 attack on the way yet. And yet there is the Templar's Archive. It's most likely going to be High Templars. More likely than Hard Templars, it might be Dark Templars. There's no Enduring Beta yet for Leebokgu. He does have a scan on the way. Factory is building. The amount of Zealots is getting kind of scary now, and it's going to become a lot more scarier in the near future as he's got 7 gateways to produce from, which means he will have a lot of Zealots to probably and most likely overpower a kind of still weak Leebokgu here. Leebokgu is not in a very strong position yet. He's got medics on the way. Finally, about 6 minutes into the game, and Stim will finish at about 16. About 6 minute 40, maybe 6 minute 45. It's on the way. That's what matters. And once he has Stim, it will be a lot easier to defend against the impending Doom Rush, Doom attack from Thangs. He's got Templar Storm on the way. Zelda speed finishing up. Siege mode is almost finished there for Leebokgu. Got a Robotics on the way here back at home for Thangs. He's going for a Robo. Double Robo, in fact. I think it's a double Robo. Oh, it's pylons in the corner. What's the Robo? Robo's there in the front. Zelda speed is finished up. Still no level 1 attack or armor upgrades on the way for either player. Engineering Bay is finished there for Leebokgu, so Dark Templars are not going to be an issue. It's going to be High Templars though. No Dark Templars going to be thrown into the mix. There's 2 High Templars on the way. Thanks is being a little bit impatient and he goes in for the attack. Stim is finished up. There's structures blocking, kind of difficult to get on there. Firebats spawning in time just as well. No, Firebats are not in a bunker, but Firebats are helping out greatly. But at least he took down the one single siege tank. Another one is finished up though. But it's going to slow down that push forward from Leebokgu into the middle for at least a couple more seconds. Buys himself a little bit more time to get the High Templars up and operational and to get the Templar Storm upgrade finished. Support bay also on the way there in the front. 4, 5, 6 more gateways being built and added on. Supply count is in the lead in the moment for Thanks, and it's going to grow bigger and bigger as he's on 45 probes, and he has so many gateways, he's going to be on 200 supply in the near future. But first, another attack. He wants to keep reducing the army count for Leebokgu. Leebokgu there, though, microing backwards. The bunkers are helping him out tremendously. I cannot understate, those bunkers are carrying the game against these Zealots. The Firebats, of course, also great assistance. Zealots just don't do that great against them. Level 1 attack on the way there, range on the way there for Leebokgu. Tank number 4 or 5 is getting taken down there. Templars are in the back, waiting for Marines to arrive to storm them to death. Shield has arrived there at the choke as well. Gonna pick a couple of Templars up and fly them straight into the minerals and try to end the game with one surgically precise strike, well timed, while he's gonna distract, well, most likely distract with a frontal army attack at the same time. Leebokgu now, though, on 7 barracks in total, still only on 1 factory, adding on 2 more, no starports anywhere to be seen, so we cannot expect a dropship and a tank drop from him onto Thanks' minerals. Comes in from the top side, sees the shuttle there with his SCVs running to build turrets. He's running away, trying to save the SCV, saves most of his SCVs, loses I think about 1 or 2, so that's a pretty good SCV pool. I think there's 1 more Templar inside the shuttle, so he might try to go in for another run in as the shuttle survives. Once again, a frontal attack happens as a lot of units are being spread out all over the base from Leebokgu. Bunkers though, almost no Marines not inside bunkers, so the Templars are not really that much of a high value unit. Storms all over the place, but doesn't kill that much, and the Zealots have all gone down, and the supply counts are now about even, actually. So Leebokgu is holding on really well with very precise control and smart movements. Thanks once again picks up Templars to go from a drop over the northern side of his base. 55 probes in total 4 gas, so 12 probes on the gas there. Upgrade level 1 attack, almost finished up for both players. Marine level 1 attack, Zealot level 1 attack. Finds a nice little spot there to fly in from. Marines are moving in though to intercept the shuttle. Shuttle gets taken down. One more shuttle there in the front, picks up 2 Templars, picks up 2 Zealots, gonna fly that one in over the bottom side. There's a lot less Marines on the bottom side. There's also a lot more turrets, so it's gonna be difficult to find a good angle and approach on those SCVs there, because Marines are quick with the stim and they can take down things pretty nicely. Engineering bay there on the hill as well to extend the vision of the turrets. Flies around perfectly, thanks there. Really good with the control and awareness, but Marines arrive on the scene and he cannot unload the Templar, cannot storm. Leebokgu still doesn't have a choke, but the bunkers in a circle here around the middle, they are providing a very nice surround on the very narrow pathway into his base. This is going to be not very difficult for him to kill these Zealots. Level 1 attack for the Zealots is finished up. Got some courses on the way as well to help escort the shuttles in, because at this point, when you have so many turrets on the sides, one single shuttle is not gonna do the trick. You need some Corsairs to escort it in. No armories still from Leebokgu, no science facility either. Triple factory there though, so the tank count is gonna start growing now. The 7 barrack choice is really working out really well. Templars are reloading. Shuttle gets taken down there. Templar has to walk all the way around, but Marines are there to intercept storms. So the Marines do go down to survive. Take down the Templar. Turret there stays alive as well. Zealot there going to finish off those Marines, so the Zealot has some freedom to start killing stuff there on the top corner. And there, Corsair shuttle there, ready to go in. There's Templars inside. Here in the front, a lot of Zealots are balling up. He's maxed out on supply. He's got about 20 gateways in total all over the map. 2 robos, and he's got arbors on the way as well with double Stargate. Thanks is ramping up and progressing into the next step of the technology tree. Drop comes in from the top side. Shuttle makes its way in, nothing in between. Shuttle, gets taken down by the turrets just in time before a single Templar can unload, and Leebokgu wasn't even responding. Leebokgu wasn't even responding to the shuttle, so that one could have hit really hard if the Templar had just unloaded a little bit faster. Another drop from the bottom side, frontal attack happening as well. This frontal attack is going to get taken down quite easily because we've got some fire bats in the mix. A lot of Marines with stim all over the place, coming from every single direction. Now drop comes in there though. Drop is... He tried to storm, but the bunker takes down the Templar. And now Leebokgu, with Thanks having lost most of his army, is pushing and pulling forward a tiny little bit. And he might start the counter-attack. Drop number 6 or 7 here on the top side. Thanks is keeping up the pressure, playing this one really well. Really focused. Leebokgu though, yeah, he's definitely gonna start marching forward. There's only a level 1 upgrade on the Marines. The tanks have no upgrades whatsoever, but Thanks himself also is low on upgrades. And the shuttle gets taken down there by accident, so he cannot throw in and push in the drop. So Thanks is scrambling to max out. His army is about 140 against a almost maxed out Leebokgu. Leebokgu is gonna max out within a couple of seconds. See a lot of stuff here on the middle. He had to rally all of his gateways to his choke. 150 supply. He's got every single gateway pumping and producing units, but it might not be fast enough. 2 arbiters are on the way there in the back as well. He might have stasis, might have recall, but might not be able to defend him. It might not be enough. Zealots are rushing in. Marines with stim, they're in the back. Templar in the back there as well. Templars don't have energy for storms yet. He's going to have to save and wait for a little while longer. As Leebokgu walks into the base and sets up shop there, Marines all over the place. Templars still no energy. If he can storm with those 4 Templars, he can kill a lot of Marines, but the Marines are sniping down the Templars in the back. Only one of them still alive, takes down the shuttles as well. Leebokgu is absolutely on fire. Look at him go, breaking through with just Marine tank, absolutely destroying the place, absolutely tearing down the house. Tanks are rolling up now as well. I don't think at this point it's going to matter what Thanks does. I think at this point, Thanks is more or less done for. Arbiter finished up. A steady stream of units coming from across the map. Tanks, Marines, everything you need. Vessels as well. Zealots are spawning. Scan is happening on the cloaked units. Get taken down without much issue. this kind of looks like Thanks is absolutely done for. The mid-gate strategy on the Korean meta, in the Korean scene, Korean community, I just don't think a mid-gate build order against a Terran is gonna do the trick. It just doesn't seem to work. Leebokgu defended that one so easily, didn't even have Stim or Medic, or an Academy for that matter. He just defended with 3 Barrack Marine, microed around a little bit, and defended that one without any trouble, and came out ahead. So fun, short little game there between 2 players who have both won the SCW 1v1 league. Not once, but I think about twice or 3 times per person. So both of them are 3-time or 2-time champions in SCW. Absolutely top-level players, but even a top-level player in the Korean community cannot make a proxy mid-gate work against another Terran. Not at this level. The Terrans are just too damn strong. Thank you for watching. It was RJB for RJB TV. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. It helps with whatever. It kind of matters if you want it to matter, I guess. You do you, and see you next time.